So a job comes in and your boss has a plan for the way they want to run it. But right off the bat, you can tell you might just be getting set up for failure. You try to talk to them about it and they insist, this is the way we want to run it. What do you do in this situation when you encounter this kind of stubborn behavior, and what can you do to help avoid it in the future? What's up, guys? Ian Sandusky from Lakewood Machine Tool, back here again for Practical Machinist. And today on Machine Shop Talk, we're going to be diving back into the Practical Machinist forums to help address a poster who came on with exactly this situation on their hands. But before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications below to make sure you never miss a video. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so as promised today, we are going to be diving back into the Practical Machinist forums. My apologies if there's a bit of noise in here this morning. We have a lot of jobs running that ran overnight, and I filmed these first thing in the morning. So we got a compressor going, we got a wire machine going, we have machines on in the back. So my apologies if the sound is a little bad. I'll try to speak loudly. But to get back to the topic of this episode, today we're going to be talking about something that is unfortunately all too common in this trade, and that is stubborn people, and specifically stubborn bosses, stubborn management, stubborn supervisors. The thread from the Practical Machinist forum was an interesting one. We will link it here so you can check it out yourself. But to quickly recap what it was about, a machinist came on to the Practical Machinist forums, and they had, this is an old thread that just got refreshed, so we'll give the update. But they came on, and what had happened was, at their shop, they needed to build some kind of clutching device. I don't really understand the application, but the owner of the shop, you know, it's a small shop, the owner of the shop insisted that the clutching device they were going to make out of a giant, dirty, old truck tire. So they take the tire off, and they're using the rim. And the machinist who came on said, you know, this needs to be a precision part. I can tell right away, this is a very dirty, very banged up truck tire. This is not going to work. So they go ahead and they mount it on their lathe. They ended up facing it off, boring it out, kind of trying to true it up the best they could. And when they were done, the part wasn't precision. You know, there were still some flat spots in it. The guy said, you know, I don't think this is going to work. He goes and shows his boss. Yeah, might not work. Boss wasn't super happy about it. So they were frustrated because, you know, they said right from the beginning, the way that this is being approached wasn't going to work. How do I deal with this when they insist on doing it this way? This is an interesting one because it's something that is going to come up over and over, whether you are dealing with an owner, whether you're dealing with shop management or a supervisor. But for the sake of illustration and to keep things simple for this case, let's stick to the person who is stubborn is the boss. They're the owner. They have the final say because there's nobody you can go above them to talk to. What do you do in this situation? So the first thing, and it's actually the first thing you should always consider when there's an issue in the shop, is safety. No matter how insistent somebody is that a job should run a certain way, if it is unsafe or you are concerned about your safety with that job, the answer is no. You know, I understand the economic realities out there are tough. A lot of people may be staying in jobs they may not like as much in order to keep a roof over their heads or to keep food on the table. However, no matter what, you can't allow that to persuade you to do unsafe work. In the blink of an eye, you can lose a finger, you can lose a hand, or you can lose your life. We work with very powerful equipment, and when things go bad, they go bad extremely quickly. So no matter what, if the thing that you're being insisted on doing a certain way is unsafe, you either got to say no or you got to walk. Nothing is worth a permanent injury, first and foremost. Assuming it's safe, the second thing you want to do is consider what isn't going to work. Is your concern that you're being asked to hold crazy tight tolerances with old busted machine tools that have never been maintained properly and it's just plain not going to work? Or you're being asked to achieve super tight critical surface finishes that have to be glassy and you're being given broken, old, destroyed tooling? it's not going to work. Are you being asked to cut cycle time on a program where, unless we want to spend $5,000 in tooling to take 3 minutes off this, there's just nothing I can do? These are the kind of things you want to kind of look at. What is the thing I'm being asked to do that's just not possible? If the answer to any of these things is yes, I think the first thing that's worth doing is having a calm conversation about your concerns before you start. I say before you start because there's nothing worse than if, you go through a job with someone, if you're a supervisor, you're like, hey, I think we should run it this way. And the person smiles and nods. They run it, the job doesn't work. And then they come to you after and go, well, I knew it wasn't going to work. You have to have an environment where people are allowed and encouraged to speak up if they have an opinion on things like this. No one wants to be the gotcha person in the shop, and no one likes dealing with the gotcha person in the shop. If you're having this kind of encounter all the time, it means that you're probably not listening to your staff enough, or you're insisting on things being done your way all the time. They've just given up trying to deal with you. There's a couple scenarios here that will kind of pop up frequently. One that I see, or I have seen a lot, as a shop owner, and I know talking to people, this comes up a lot. You get someone new in your shop, you run tooling brand X. They love tooling brand Y. And the first thing they'll do when they're coming to your shop is say, I can't do any of the things you want me to do because you're not running this kind of tooling. Let's bring that in, even though everybody else likes the other tooling. This can be a difficult thing to deal with. At the end of the day, if you are in this position as a shop owner or manager, you just have to listen and you have to be willing to try it out. Some people are brand diehards. That's okay. It's always worth looking at what people are suggesting that way. The other thing I would recommend if you are the employee in this situation is trying to come to the person who's insisting on this with a solution. Much like how if a customer sends us an RFQ, you look at the drawing and you go, nah, not possible. If I just send it back to them and say, nah, we can't do it, they're not really inclined to work with me, even if they have a lot of work that's a good fit. It's the same kind of thing where if you're dealing with a stubborn boss, if you just go to them and say, nope, can't do it, well, why? What are we doing? If you say, hey, listen, this isn't going to work, but actually if we change it to do this, or we bring in this tool specifically, we can get really good cycle time, blah, blah, blah. That's where you're going to get a lot better response, if you're going to get a good response at all. At the end of the day, if you're getting hostility from the person you're approaching with this, so you say, hey, listen, I don't think this job's going to run right. I think we should change the fixturing to work like this. We should bring in this tooling. And you're just told no over and over and over. At a certain point, you have to figure out whether this is something you can live with. People don't really change. And if you're in an environment with a shop that has that kind of culture where it's my way or the highway on everything, it's probably not going to get better. If this is the case, you have to figure out whether this is something you can do with or whether you should be looking for another job. Because if you're constantly in a scenario where you're not allowed to innovate, you're not allowed to grow, you're not allowed to try out new things, you're going to get bored, you're going to get stagnant, and you're not going to become a better machinist. At the end of the day, the boss, the owner there, it's their business. They have the final say. They get the consequences, good or bad. If they're insisting on doing everything the hard way, they're going to lose money. And if they keep making all their employees feel like they have no say, they're also going to lose their employees. And if they lose their employees, they're going to lose their shop. You can only take so much responsibility for, the stubborn person's consequences in this case. You do what you can, and then you don't. There was an update to this thread, which I thought was interesting because this thread was from years ago, but the person came on and updated. The job the first time, they ended up making it work with this big clutch thing made out of a truck tire. It sounds like they actually talked to the boss about it, and they had the job repeat recently. And it actually turned out better because they kind of, collaborated on it as opposed to the boss just insisting on doing it a certain way. So it was good to hear, and it's good to know that out there, if you do try and you try to give feedback, there are shops that will listen. While manufacturing isn't really known to be a touchy-feely trade, really a lot of this comes down to communication. Being able to communicate your ideas clearly, being able to take feedback as a shop manager, owner, supervisor, that communication is going to determine whether your shop runs really well and makes money or whether it turns out really badly. So, you know, a lot of these scenarios we go through on Shop Talk come down to that, but it's something that if you want to be a good machinist that has a easy time at work and gets along with people, it's something you want to keep in mind. In any case, guys, I'd like to know in the comments below, have you had this kind of situation pop up before? How did you deal with it? Is it worth trying to push back when you're having a boss that constantly insists on doing things a certain way? Or do you just basically start looking for a new job? I'd love to know in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications below to make sure you never miss a video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. You take care.